Well, welcome to today's RUC People, and I'm really delighted to welcome Sikalele Mabanga, known to most of you as Six. So welcome, Six. Great to have you.
Hey man, thank you for having me. It is actually a great pleasure.
Cool. Okay, Six, well, tell us a bit about your story, and let's go back to the beginning, where you were born. Just tell us a little bit about where you grew up and your family environment and maybe the early years. How was that for you?
Cool. So I was born in the Eastern Cape of Mvaba. That's actually my mom's birth town. So I wasn't from really my dad's side. I was actually born in my mom's side of the town.
And where is that? Is it close to a big city at all, or right in the really rural areas?
Have you heard of Queenstown?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours from there, or, no, I'm lying, 45 minutes. That's how long it is from there. It is a small village though. So yeah, I mean, I don't remember much because I was only born there and then I moved to Cape Town.
So, okay, so how old were you when you moved to Cape Town?
Less than one.
Okay, so
less than one.
All right.
So I was like a baby still.
Okay, yeah. And which part of Cape Town were you growing up with in those early years?
Yeah. Have you heard of Samora Machel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I grew up as a kid.
So tell us about your family. Who was in the house with you growing up?
Cool. Mom, dad, two sisters. I have two sisters, and then I have one brother. So those were the people that grew up with me. And that's obviously before the divorce and everything. So later on, we obviously split a little bit. So, yeah.
So, and where are you in the pecking order of the four kids?
I am the third.
Okay.
The problem child of the family. The ones who always ask the questions.
So what are your memories of your childhood, and where did you go to school?
I don't even remember the name of the school. I think so memories weren't that great. So I obviously come from a home that had abuse and stuff. So I do not remember much. I think a lot of my psyche blocked everything, but like all I remember is obviously, the bad vibes at home, growing up and things. And I only remember, like later on how things actually turned around and, became a sweet taste in my mouth.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that then. So,
which part?
Well, yeah, you said your memories are a bit vague very early.
Yeah.
There were challenges at home. I mean, we don't have to go into that, but tell us a bit about high school.
Okay.
When you started to feel not just a baby and a toddler, but a boy.
Okay. So I all started from grade 2. So like after the whole divorce thing, we moved into a shelter in Beachtown, Cahaven, for abused women and children. So that's where things changed around. That's where the happiness was actually starting to come. Everything was great. All of us were together. Of course, my dad was not with us. So we started, celebrating Christmas, celebrating birthdays, going to schools. That's where I started learning English as well, because I only knew closer because I was only in the township. So yeah, it was a bit tough, but it was really more tough adjusting, but it was great because I met new people, I met new friends. I actually knew what a best friend was and how to get one and etc. So that was cool. Then we moved to observatory, I think like a few months later. And then I went to a different school, of course. High school is Queen's Park High. Then, of course, the 6 in me started obviously coming out from then. So I was in all the 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of a kid were you in high school? How would you describe your personality?
I started very nervous. I think I started getting out of my shell as late as grade 10. I think I was finding myself. I think like I was, exploring me inside because I've never actually, I was scared to find out things that I don't like about myself, or I really grew up a nervous child. like super nervous. Like you wouldn't believe. I actually grew up with stuttering and stammers. So obviously the past and stuff. But from grade 10. I was a very confident kid. The smile was part of the package.
Yeah.
Like emceeing at a lot of concerts at school, fashion shows. I obviously did rapping things as well, beatboxing shows and things like that. So I started exploring and getting out of the shell that I was always in. So yeah.
Fantastic. And what do you think, helped you get that confidence? How did you, turn from this nervous kid to one who's very comfortable in the limelight and exploring lots of things? Where do you think that confidence came from?
Love. My mother. My mother was very patient. My mother was always there for us.
Yeah.
And she just knew us. And I think she was always a lady of God. So I've always felt the presence. And yeah, I think love and patience for me, like I knew that nothing is ever my fault. And no matter what I do, she will always love me. So unconditional love was always the key that unlocked those doors for me.
Fantastic. And is your mum still alive? Do you still
Yes, sir. I just left her before I came here. Yeah, she's good. She's really good. I mean,
great.
She's alive and kicking.
Okay. So going through high school, did you have a sense of what you wanted to do in your life? Did you have an idea of where you wanted to go, what you wanted to be?
It's a very good question. I wanted a lot of things. I was misdirected really. But what I knew was that I wanted to serve people. I wasn't sure where exactly, how. I didn't think I had. Look, I had a lot of opportunities, but all of them were limited. I didn't have a lot of resources really, but I was also not sure. I don't think I got the perfect, I don't know, like
guidance.
what you call, yeah, a lot of guidance, like career guidance. So I think that lacked a lot, and also, like I was all over the place in matric in grade 11, so I wasn't in the right mindset. A lot of things were happening to me, like in terms of finding myself a bit more as well and what I really want to do. And, I wasn't sure, and a gap year wasn't obviously something that I actually wanted to do. So I don't know. I think I had, some panic attacks, but I knew that I wanted to serve people.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. And this desire to serve people, where do you think that came from? I mean, I want to ask, has church been part of your life, since you were a kid? Were you brought up in a church environment, a Christian environment?
So, growing up, I went to a church called Mowbray Presbyterian Church. And I was involved in a lot of things there.
So your mum took you there? Or?
Yes, sir. My mom took me there. The whole family went there. Yeah. That's how it works. Your mom goes there. Everyone goes there. Sure. So I got involved into Holiday Club. Holiday Club is where people bring their children during holidays, and we have fun and games. It was obviously a little Christian based, Bible stories, and but I mean, like, in a very fun way, not like Bible bashing or anything. So it was quite fun, singing songs, learning memory verses, doing fun activities and safeties and all those things. So it was, I think that's where wanting to serve people came from. And then I was like, wait a minute, maybe let's be specific. I actually want to be around children. So that's what I'm doing now, but I'm sure we'll talk about.
Okay, we'll get to that. So that was a sort of a happy, safe space for you, a church environment.
Yeah.
Sort of part of what maybe helped you come out of yourself as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So you said you during those latter years at school, you're a bit all over the place, not really sure where you wanted to go, but you had this thing in your head that you wanted to serve, and maybe it then crystallized towards children. What happened after school? Where did you go? What did you do?
So what happened after school, I took a gap year to attempt to obviously improve certain subjects. I mean, I had a few ideas what I wanted to do. I thought of social work. I thought of a teacher. I thought of, things that are in the box, really. And I mean, I was never a person that liked being in boxes, and I felt those careers were, I have to do this, I have to do that. So I don't know. I just improved, marks so that I have a better, like entry in a varsity or anything. So
Okay, and so what happened then?
Well, I mean, it didn't go as well as planned. So, after that, a friend of mine introduced me, or, I'm introduced like, hey, look here, have you seen, the school called ECD in town, in the gardens, where you can study a diploma there, and, it's early childhood
development.
Yeah, for obviously kids and stuff, being a pre-primary school teacher. And I was like, I mean, I don't have much to do. So, it's not a bad idea, and it sounds fun. And I always, appreciated kids and liked kids, and obviously fascinated and, how they reason and things like that. So I was like, that sounds cool. Then I did au pairing first.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
So you did the course in ECD?
Yeah.
And did it sort of feel right for you? You thought, no, this is great, or was it a good fit? Do you think?
You know what, Russell? The cool thing about getting into that just felt like hopping back into my childhood.
Okay.
Fixing things that were supposed to be fixed in a way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, but that's...
I felt it really shaped me to the man that I am today. I feel like that was a journey that I was supposed to go into. It's not something that I think I will end there. Well, I know I'm not going to end there, but I feel like I've learned a lot about myself to there.
Yeah.
And I've touched a lot of places inside of me that I wouldn't have touched if I would have taken this journey.
Yeah.
It really taught me a lot about what I actually want to do in the future, and and etc. So I think it has been an amazing learning experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very exciting. You've reflected on a very troubled early years for yourself.
Yeah.
But now you're working with other children in their early years, and I guess, as you say, it's maybe been part of your own healing, but also a chance to correct that and make a difference to other kids and make sure that they have early years that are much more positive. So have you been able to take that study and apply it and be working in the field? Like, what's happening now with work?
So I've been there for 4 years now. Well, I'm going to my 4 years. Obviously started as an intern for a year, and then they're like, "Oh, we like this guy. He's crazy." And also, we do not have a lot of males in the industry.
Okay.
I was like, yes, I'm making a difference. Yes, now this is something different. So I went into it very excitingly. I have right now around 17 children in my class, and these are 4 or 5 year olds. You understand? It's not like, I don't know, these are little humans. And I feel like I actually, I don't know, they, we have an understanding.
Yeah.
And I feel like that father figure that I always wanted, I never got. But I can offer it to other children who do not have father figures, but also as a friend, also as a teacher. So playing those many roles is quite fun for me, but also I feel that I learn more than They are, even though it's supposed to be the other way around because I'm a teacher, but children can teach you so many things.
Yeah.
And they can, I don't know, they're like therapists without having to, think that they're actually giving you those sessions.
Sure.
They make you think, they make you feel unconditional love.
Yeah.
They allow you to play. I don't know, kids are it, man. Especially when they're not yours. It's like a temporary agreement. Give them back. So they recharge my batteries in many ways. But I always felt like this was an industry that I'm not there for the money. Of course, money is very important, guys. Don't get me wrong. You need the bread, make those bags.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I've never felt love, Russell. Besides from my mom.
Yeah.
But like feeling love without someone saying I love you is a different thing. When love becomes an action.
Yeah.
The way they smile at you, they greet you in the morning, they're asking you this, they're asking you that, they're asking you to guide them. I don't know. Everything for me just felt, this is cool. It's not something I have expected.
Yeah.
And I mean, me being there for them, wanting to be there for them, even though they're not my own. But just that thing, it never made me feel that, like I struggle waking up in the morning. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a class full of kids. It's something that always excites me, it makes me want to wake up in the morning and change this kid's life. And I mean, like I get messages from parents, what do you do? My kid suddenly wants to come to school. Never wanted to come to school. I always wanted to jump on the chairs and the tables at home. I can do that in my class with them. Of course, there are boundaries. There are things that we have to, not do and do. But just having love there.
I was going to ask you about that because, they're not your kids, you're in a space, you can feel love for them, but there has to be a certain distance as well.
Yeah.
To manage that. But that sounds very exciting. And, to really have a sense of purpose and excitement about your work. There's lots of people who go through life and they're just earning a buck and they don't necessarily love what they do, but to get up every morning and feel like this is important, I'm making a difference. I'm fulfilled from this, I'm giving something, but I'm also receiving. That's a special place to be.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You must feel very, very blessed.
That's the word though.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed is the word.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, my thing also is really being the male thing. Them, and when I say them, I say the parents. And of course, the boss and the other teachers trusting me with that responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what's going around in our worlds today about, males and, and how they react to children and things like that. So I feel it's a blessing that I'm there in such a time that is so delicate.
Yeah.
And earning that trust for me is also something that I feel that I really achieve and I really deserve now. But I don't think I could have done that, without the love and support from them too and giving me a chance. And I think me interning there was really good because then they could tell what kind of person I am, my personality. They could see the passion in my eyes and everything. So working in there 3 years later, I think is amazing.
Fantastic. And like you say, giving kids a safe space.
Safe space, man.
You know from your own experience, being a child isn't always safe. And there's many, many children out there who don't experience that safety and love. And to offer that is a very precious gift. So,
Look, I take no credit. I feel like it's something that I was born with. I think it was God-given. Like I would say to the males, you guys are amazing, but not everyone's cut out for this. So I mean, like it's something that I didn't need to, do 10 push-ups for. It's something that just came. Yeah. You just want to fellowship. You just want to do this.
Yeah.
And then of course church, Sunday school, and things like that. So
cool.
Yeah.
So Six, you've been part of RUC now for a few years, I think. Maybe the magic number 6. Somewhere around there. what is it that makes you want to be part of this community? What keeps you here? You're a very vibey young guy. There's lots of, cool churches with lots of great music and, nice young women you can hang out at, but you choose to be here. Tell us about that.
It's a very good point. I like where this is going. Beautiful woman out there. So Russ, I think I don't know. This church just have that unconditional love. We don't really talk about it. It's an act of service. This church is a serving church. And I think it actually goes in line with my purpose, to serve others. So, when I'm here, I don't feel like a church. I feel like I'm around my family. And I think that's what I've always been looking for. I'm a crazy guy. I never felt judged once. I never felt that I have to take my hair down or cut my hair, be a certain way. I felt that I can be who I am. Like, I feel like it's one of those churches where they say, come as you are, church. And I feel that for me is what's keeping me here too. Like you say, it's not hot ladies walking around. There's no need for that. I never felt that there's something you can always get those somewhere else, but the love is what I'm here for. And to be able to give that love, to generate that love, to make that networks, to be something that others, need is definitely why I'm here, and my faith keeps on growing and growing.
Yeah.
So
tell us about that. You said you grew up as part of a church community with Mowbray Presbyterian. What part does faith play in your life? Is it a driver for your work? Just tell us what that means for you now.
So obviously how things started is your mom goes to church. So automatically the kids go to church with you, right? So you don't really have any relationship with God because it's something that's just passed over, right?
Yeah.
That was good. Of course, I got baptized and stuff. I think everything started kicking in when I had to be confirmed, because now it's confirmation that you're making that, hey, I actually agree with that. But of course, there had to be a journey. And every night, my mom in the house, she'd take out the Bible. Hey, guys, we need to read 15 minutes of the Bible. And she would read the Bible sometimes. Would obviously take turns, like each kid would do. And that's something that, got us engaged. And we'd sing a hymn or two together as a family around the dinner table. The TV would be off because you know how children are. Always want to watch the TV, So, those shows were taken away for 20 minutes every night, every day. So that just started like that. Then I started praying by my own self besides those sessions. Then I started, connecting with God, Then I don't know, it just happened like that. And then I wanted to be involved with church, also helping in Sunday school now and then. And my mom was a Sunday school teacher. So those things made it easy for me to just, ride the wave that was there then. And then we started doing skits from the Bible, Joseph with all the cool colors, and so those things were exciting for me. I want to do this. I want to be Joseph and all those things. So I think, yeah, that's how everything started obviously getting my own Bible. At 13, my mom bought me my first children's Bible and things like that, and started reading that and started praying and started writing poems for Jesus. I even made a song on Jesus one time. So yeah, that's how everything started, and still here.
Sure. So Six, what does the future look like for you? Do you have a sense of where things are heading? What's your hopes for the future?
Yeah, I do have a sense. Being a teacher was something that not I never dreamed of, but not something that I thought I would be in. I've always thought that, I want to serve people. Then later on, hey, want to serve children, right? That would be cool. And then that's what I'm doing now. But I've never thought as a teacher. You know, I've always wanted something more private, like maybe a children's counselor or, you know, something there. I'm still researching that. I'm still not so happy. I don't know. I just want to be around children, but I know now, not as a teacher forever. I also want something that brings a bag, you know, brings money. You know, so future is definitely, you know, something around having my own practice. You know, yeah, you know, having my own thing, my own business, but really controlling that. And so that's you know, and I have to start studying. So that's that's where everything starts.
What do you think you might study?
Look, I'm going to further my psychology. That's definitely something. I do want to do linguistics as well. But I think the way that things, well, not I think, I know, the way that things are heading to is a counselor.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, great.
And of course, having a practice is something that I will do.
Yeah. Well, Six, it's been fascinating to get to know you better this morning, and thank you for sharing so openly. And you know, thank you, I think, on behalf of everyone at RUC for the contribution you make to this community, and you know, with our kids, you've been a really vital part. I've heard not just one parent say to me that you know, you and Prince have been some of the main reasons why they come to this church. You know,
it's amazing.
Having your influence on their children.
Yes.
So it's not just with your work where you're making that difference, it's at RUC. So
thank you, man.
And also good to have you on Church Council.
Yeah.
Newest teachers, so great to have you on board. So
yes, sir. Thanks,
Six. It's been a pleasure.
Cool.